harmony. This approach also invites us to rethink our role in the healing process. Rather than being a passive patient, you become an active agent, choosing what you consume, how you feel, and what you listen to, and therefore what you vibrate. It is a form of medicine that calls for responsibility, inner listening, and above all, reconnection with something greater. The very universe, which pulses in invisible notes that can be profoundly felt by those who learn to tune in. Behind the scenes of human history, a quiet revolution is gaining momentum, not with weapons or ideologies, but through frequencies, vibrations, and consciousness. It is the long-awaited reunion of two worlds that have been separated for ages, ancient wisdom and modern technology. Though some see this union as unlikely, it is inevitable for those who understand that the universe has always been an energetic dance, now being captured both by the mystic's inner eye and the scientist's instruments. For millennia, ancient peoples saw the cosmos as a vast orchestra in motion. Nothing stood still, everything vibrated. From shamanic chants to the sacred geometry in Egyptian temples, it all reflected the understanding that harmony between humans and the universe was governed by unseen yet powerful frequencies. This knowledge, passed down orally through generations, included practices capable of restoring internal and external balance, whether through sound, breathwork, body movements, or rituals carefully timed to nature's cycles. Today, with advances in neuroscience, quantum physics, and biofeedback technologies, we are beginning to see that these traditions were not mere superstition. On the contrary, they anticipated knowledge that science is just now confirming with microscopic precision. A clear example is vibrational medicine, where devices emit specific frequencies to regenerate tissue, reduce inflammation, or even modulate emotional states. Cutting-edge biotech companies and research centers are creating tools that measure and adjust the electromagnetic field of the human body, guided by the same principles used by healers and spiritual masters of the past. Bracelets that monitor heart coherence, therapeutic beds with binaural sound, quantum frequency meters. These innovations are inspired, even if indirectly, by ancient methods that saw the body not merely as a biological organism, but as an energy field interacting with the cosmos. This convergence is more than just a cool scientific twist. It is shaping a new worldview in which the invisible is no longer dismissed. For the first time in centuries, science is open to conversing with mysticism without prejudice. Instead of ridiculing what cannot be precisely measured, science aims to invent more refined ways to measure what was once only intuited. Take bioelectromagnetism studies, which show that our organs and vital systems emit subtle fields that can be altered by thoughts, emotions, and sounds. It is no surprise that some pioneering clinics already integrate vibrational modulation devices into standard medical treatments, achieving outcomes that defy traditional logic. A patient with chronic pain might find better relief from a 528 Hz sound bath than from strong painkillers, with no side effects, just vibrational realignment. But this union of past and future goes beyond healthcare. It touches on how we relate to reality. Portable EEG devices with high-precision sensors can show us in real time how meditation transforms our brainwaves, boosting neural connections, reducing inflammation, and promoting deep calm. None of this is new to monks, mystics, and spiritual seekers worldwide who have been practicing these techniques for centuries. The difference is that now we see the data behind the magic. The most intriguing part is that technology is not supplanting tradition. It is decoding it. Each new sensor and every new discovery about human and cosmic vibration confirms what the ancients always knew. The universe is made of harmonic patterns, and by tuning into them, life flows with more clarity, health, and purpose. We can see this synergy reflected in the design of healing environments, such as hospitals built with biophilic design and harmonic acoustics. These spaces are carefully planned to emit subtle frequencies that soothe the nervous system and promote recovery. This echoes the practices of ancient temples, where every detail, from the ambient sound to the geometry of the altar, was engineered for healing, upliftment, and transformation. We are therefore at the threshold of a new paradigm, one in which spirituality becomes tangible, science becomes more intuitive, and technology becomes a tool for reconnection. The goal is not simply to cure diseases, but to access deeper layers of being where true realignment happens. The body is not just matter, it is a field, a vibration, a frequency. In this new reality, emerging technologies act like extensions of our intuition, devices that read someone's energetic field and suggest frequencies for rebalancing, algorithms that translate emotions into healing sounds, platforms that analyze your surroundings and recommend purification rituals inspired by ancient indigenous traditions. It is the age where the ritual meets the code, and the ancestral oral teachings are interpreted through the language of data. Far from being a passing trend, this fusion represents the birth of a new type of knowledge that honors the past and envisions the future while staying rooted in the present. A knowledge that invites us not just to observe the world, but to engage with it, in tune, in harmony, in full awareness. Within this collective awakening, perhaps the biggest discovery is not found in machines or formulas, but in something more subtle. The realization that we ourselves are vibrational instruments, capable of tuning our frequency, healing our surroundings, and resonating with the cosmic symphony. If we really are instruments, have you ever stopped to wonder, what note are you vibrating at right now? Emotions are not just inner states. They are vibrational frequencies. They quietly shape the reality around us. Like human radios, we constantly broadcast signals to the universe, and just like turning the dial to a specific station, what we send out is what we receive in return. At this crossroads, contemporary teachings, such as those shared by Bashar, a non-physical entity channeled by Darryl Anka, and emerging fields like biogeometry, come together around a powerful premise. Our emotional states function like frequencies. Even more than that, they determine the quality, nature, and type of reality we experience. Bashar insists that one frequency stands out above all: excitement. Not the fleeting, artificial rush, but real excitement. That buzzing, electric feeling you get when you know you are doing exactly what you are meant to do. He calls it the signal from your higher self. It is like an inbuilt cosmic GPS guiding you toward the path most in tune with your highest vibrational self. When you follow this emotion, he says, you are literally surfing the waves of a reality where everything flows with greater ease, synchronicity, and purpose. Egyptian physicist and engineer Dr. Ibrahim Karim, the creator of biogeometry, takes a more technical approach but ends up in the same place. He studied how shapes, colors, and proportions can generate harmony in the body and environment, elevating a person's vibrational field. To Karim, everything is frequency, including health, the mind, and physical space. Biogeometry works with symbols and forms that resonate with what he calls the energy of balanced quality, a neutral frequency capable of restoring harmony to an unbalanced system. At heart, both Bashar and biogeometry highlight a single core truth. Everything we feel, think, or live is broadcast as vibration, and that vibration attracts by resonance everything else on the same wavelength, or, as the saying goes, like attracts like. But what does that mean in daily life? Imagine you are having a terrible day, feeling irritated and frustrated. That emotional state produces a specific frequency, heavier, more contracted. If you keep operating on that frequency, you tend to attract events, people, and experiences that confirm that same vibe. It is as if reality is saying, "Oh, you are on this wavelength, then here is more of it." Now, shift the situation. Suddenly, you remember something that truly excites you, a cool creative idea, a new project, a piece of music, or a meaningful memory. Immediately, your vibration changes. You are tuned in to a different station. Reality starts responding differently as well. Bashar describes this shift as a quantum leap. You are not just changing your mood, you are literally switching to another timeline. You step into another version of reality that matches the new vibrational state. This does not guarantee instant magic, though it can happen sometimes, but it does mean you have repositioned yourself energetically. In that new place, you begin drawing in new possibilities, connections, and events that match it. It is interesting how this echoes ancient traditions. In Hinduism, for example, chakras, energetic centers of the body, are each linked to specific frequencies that affect everything from survival instincts to unconditional love and enlightenment. Sufism, a mystical current within Islam, teaches that the human heart is like a mirror. When it is clean, it reflects divine light. When it is cloudy, it distorts reality. Emotion, in this context, is what polishes that mirror. And so we come back to a critical question. Which frequency are you choosing right now? Because yes, it is a choice. It does not mean denying painful emotions or faking a smile. It means recognizing that every internal state directly impacts the shape our reality takes. Becoming aware of this is liberating. It opens the door to a kind of emotional responsibility that goes beyond self-control. It becomes a creative act. Ready to try it? Begin by creating a simple, emotional tracker for your day. Every hour, ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Is this feeling uplifting me or bringing me down? That is it. Over time, this habit reveals patterns, and most importantly, the chance to change them. Another useful approach is Bashar's excitement anchor. Whenever something genuinely excites you, even if it is small, cooking a new recipe, reading an interesting book, exploring a fascinating documentary, follow that feeling. Do more of it. These moments are like portals to alternative realities where you are more aligned with your true self. This leads to a deeper reflection. If we can change our reality by changing our vibration, what else could we transform if we fully grasped our own power? Many of us sense it intuitively, but few grasp its depth. The universe is fundamentally a vibrational orchestra, and each of us is an active instrument within that cosmic symphony. Ancient wisdom, preserved by civilizations that understood the language of the stars, the earth,